shot.
Oh,
Be a
well,
big shot.
yeah. That
All right.
character who I
Yeah.
haven't gotten to yet or something.
Yes.
It's a very short game. You'll get to him.
Anyway.
I am dreading it because I did not find Jevo to be fun at all.
Oh no, I hated Jevo.
Just like Spamton is just a supporting character. You don't have to worry about it.
I think he wants to go for all the shadow crystals, but anyway, lawyers.
Okay.
Screen share.
Oh wait. Good evening, everybody. We are back on our Ace Attorney playthrough. First Turnabout Part 2, and if there is a Part 3, I am going to be so disappointed in myself.
I'm back on my shit again, Maya. I've got a pound of cocaine in the back, 3 espressos in my veins. I took them by IV drip.
Anyone feel like we've been here for like weeks?
All right.
We can't stop here. It's backcountry.
That was partially my fault because last week was my birthday and I kind of wanted to do Stickful on my birthday. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, I would have said no last week anyway. Do not worry about it.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Sticklers, and you're the birthday boy, and you what you say go, and it turns out it worked out anyway. So
yeah, I literally said no, and then Ryan was like, "Oh, it's fine. Shiny couldn't have done it anyway."
Okay, first Turnabout. Okay, now
I can't remember. Did I actually say that?
I'm pretty sure you weren't saw. I'm pretty sure you're Payne and the judge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Saw it.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
And I Phoenix.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
Must have been. I'm sure, dude.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. You idiot. The power was out. You dumb motherfucker. The clock is stopped, idiot.
Let me show you the court record, Polly. Let's see, what was the court record again?
Table clocks can be battery operated, you know.
Yeah, but the clock actually did stop.
Tab. We can look it through this.
Yeah, it's like the murder weapon is like, oh yeah, it is a clock. That's weird. How did you know it was a clock?
Yes, Mr. Sawhit. How
Objection.
did you know it was a clock?
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue.
I think I'm just going to do escape to remind myself of what the controls are. And there is no way to check what the controls are. Woo.
Hold on, Your Honor. I'm in the middle of making a point, but I have to stop for 1 second. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Explain to me.
You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawhit. Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Polly, please don't preempt the game. That the terrible pun is done by the game itself.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm more in the game, I'm sorry.
I didn't get through my line, but okay.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, I think there's a list.
I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock.
All right.
Yana, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilted and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
So that is actually highly illegal.
I
Oh,
see.
fun fact. You are going to jail for a long time.
I'll see you in Ace Attorney number 4. Pain. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This
No.
is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now?
Yeah, actually, a couple. But are you telling me they stopped to like check the time on this weird clock that doesn't look like a clock? Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because obviously he was besties with the victim. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. What a weird thing to lie
Oh
about.
yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. That's not proof. That doesn't prove anything.
Order in the court.
And the chat.
Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
I'll allow it. Yes, Your Honor. Of course. Mr. Sawhit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Shiny?
Ooh, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
No, it's absolutely based.
He's sweating bullets.
It looks like he's
Ah.
serious.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
Did you?
That day, I never.
Doesn't prove
Look,
anything.
the clock. I had, no. Yeah. Shut up, I hate you.
Wig snatched.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him death.
Give him death. Christ.
Order. Order in the court, I say. Yeah, Anna. I'm on police. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
First thing I've agreed with all game.
Mr. Wright.
Yes. Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have
Actually,
any evidence?
Yeah. The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yeah, the power was out. Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawhit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
I think that's it.
examine the clock. Try sounding the clock. Yeah, probably because I imagine it's the wrong time. Yeah. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. I forgot I was Phoenix, I'm sorry. Your Honor, may I have the clock? No. I ask the court to listen very carefully.
So who's
Beep.
gonna play the alarm clock?
I think it's
Okay.
8:25.
An awful clock.
Shiny?
I was going to say, isn't the clock supposed to have the voice of Larry? That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
I don't wanna, cause it'll
It'll hurt my case.
It's 11:25. Ah,
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawhit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawhit, try to talk your way out of this one. I've provided a bunch of baseless accusations with no proof.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? The transcript said 3 days, but I caught that. If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He is right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
It's true. Yes, Your Honor.
I point out that the prosecution's entire case is basically on this one guy.
The prosecution's entire cases should also be thrown out already because he failed to present important evidence during discovery.
This means I cannot
Alright,
twitch
it's
you
not like
in.
anyone did something stupid like change the autopsy report.
Or like murder.
Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawhit.
Why?
Game over, bitches!
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens.
The defense attorney disagrees with your incriminating testimony. Who could have predicted that?
You perjure yourself on the stand, and then your wig gets snatched.
You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers
You
are all
are-
slime.
Sorry
You
about
are a
that.
criminal. You committed perjury. Grr, I almost had him. I almost want to read his internal monologue in Snake's voice. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Medikey.
Is that actually game over? Okay,
Not
no,
so
thank God.
fast! Not so fast, Mr. Sawhit.
I was like, what the fuck? Mia! I mean, Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
I'm not good at that, though.
Think. Right. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I've never thought a day in my life. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Whoa. No, you can. That's like the one thing you can prove. Nobody can prove that.
Yes.
Sorry.
But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. That is not what the word proof means, but whatever.
No, okay, I love that Mia's like, you're right, you can't prove it, so just prove it.
Right?
I love this game series, but sometimes, just sometimes.
I mean, it's very
worse than the
clear
Hangman's
this
Gambit.
case. This case was designed to be very, very simple. So,
To be a tutorial, yeah.
Arguments that the prosecution would normally counter Payne's just like, I agree with this without contest.
It's like I'm a bad royal or something.
Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes.
Nah.
Wait! She was traveling. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it right. Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course, Your Honor. I found her 8th grade report card that shows she's totally innumerate. She doesn't know what time she's setting it to. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that could prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this off.
I think he just perjured himself there.
Well, he perjured himself like a million times already. He should already be in contempt of court at this point, and all of his testimony is completely thrown out.
Which means that in any sane court system, Phoenix would have won by default.
It would have been a mistrial a long time ago.
All right, take that.
Like,
Well, that's actually your
okay.
line, Polly.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. As we all know, it's common knowledge. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Sure.
Something 5 years.
The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. Why did she bring it with her? That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong.
What kind of alarm clock doesn't denote AM or PM? Or usually military time, I guess.
Can I just say, I love the idea that she has a statue on her thing that she uses to check the time, but it doesn't say it periodically. You have to, like, whack it. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawhit? Or should I say, I already made this joke.
Say the line, Polly. You can say it now.
Mr. Did It!
Say the line, Polly.
Mr. Did It.
And the witness spontaneously got a case of rabies.
Order.
Witness resigned.
Order. I
Everyone
say.
clapped. Sorry.
Is that guy okay?
No.
Well,
Who cares? He's gonna be tried for murder anyway.
this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected, really.
It's about it what I expected, but
Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright,
yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I am impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly.
It took weeks.
Or at all.
And find the culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor. The thing I don't understand is in the Japanifornia court system, canonically, this is like they do all the investigation themselves and then they do the trial right after. Like this has been a day at best.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
How is that possibly a formality? Whether someone is guilty
It's a
or...
formality because the Japanese court system is guilty by default.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
It's not like in America where if nothing happens, then they're assumed innocent. It's like in Japan, they're assumed guilty. You have to prove that they're not.
Yeah, I am aware of that, but like that's still not a formality. The fact that
true.
most cases ending guilty mean it's even less of a formality when there's a not guilty verdict. Anyway, so this is going to be a short episode.
It turns out that Frank Sawhit was a common burglar who kills people. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawhit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Awful burglar. Flustered, Mr. Sawhit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
In other
The killer
words,
is you, Mr. Frank Sawhit.
this could have all been avoided if he had the common sense to realize, oh shit, hitting her with something that is clearly made of rock will escalate a burglary charge into a homicide charge.
You could probably get away with manslaughter if you prove it was an accident.
You know, I'm a little surprised that the thinker was as hard as it is.
I'll be honest, wasn't expecting it to be metal. I'll be real.
Who was expecting a nerd to be that strong?
Oh, I've really been working out the old guns. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Not even when her daughter was born. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Oh God,
I don't have a daughter, Phoenix. If that were the case, the Faye family tree family drama would be all the crazier.
Excellent. Then the Fae bloodline ends here. And then he pulls out a sword.
All right, Evers, your line.
My life is
Say it again.
my
You
life
can.
is over.
Okay, good.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick, don't
Don't
worry
call me
about
that.
me. We didn't know. What?
I said, don't call me that.
Sorry.
No.
In character.
Oh,
The
Sorry.
joke being that Nick becomes the thing that everyone calls Nick, except like Edgeworth or
Yeah, his
the
name
judge.
isn't even Nick. Like, it's just a nickname.
Anyway, Evers.
okay. Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait. No. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. I already proved you're fine.
But listen to when he's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was at... Nah, never mind. I don't have the heart to tell him.
Congratulations, Harry. Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Mia, please.
Thanks. We're the only one I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Hey, dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't. My, boyfriend is, I have a boyfriend. Yes,
I'm
I
trying
do.
to cut down on movies.
He's in a coma.
My doctor said I'm not allowed to watch any movies. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Stop. He had
Really?
two.
You made this?
That explains so much.
I forgot about this stupid plot point.
Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento, and this decision will never bite me in the ass ever.
When has a decision ever bit you in the ass before, Mia, please? Name one time.
You're Nick. Can you believe it? Someone knew that chicken. She was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that just make you want to cry? Stop.
Stop. Larry. Buddy.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. She was Pollyann, and she never told you that.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. So, okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
No, I don't. What are you talking about? Huh? Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I love no one would believe I was a defense attorney. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. You were something better.
What about...
You were... Sorry.
Say the line again, sorry.
Sorry. Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. Probably just need a clock, that's all.
I mean,
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling.
plus, needlessly impractical.
Larry, no one would in their fucking right mind would use this clock unless they had an insane crush on you specifically. Or the guy on the statue, I guess. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
You're welcome. I risked disbarment for it because it's a conflict of interest. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also,
What?
hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent.
God.
All we can do is believe in them.
Yeah,
I hope you understand the importance of evidence now.
And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong, feel, think.
No. I will be an emotional blob in space, and you can't stop me.
Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Words of someone who is not going to die next chapter.
I'm agnostic.
Right, I know ghosts objectively exist.
True.
Well, I think our work here is done.
objective.
Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah. You mean you were lying?
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Mia, are you hitting on me?
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a boyfriend in a coma.
Yeah, well, so do I, so...
Do you need a
Stop
boyfriend
queen.
while you're in the coma,
Stop
or is the boyfriend in the coma?
Yes.
I have a boyfriend when I'm in a coma. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. Why'd you take him on? I didn't know it then.
As for me and Mia, we had many adventures in the future. Many
clock.
adventures.
That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Nothing bad will happen.
I like
No.
that there's an end card for all of these.
Alright, so yeah, as I said, that's a short episode. Next week we do Turnabout Sisters.
Oh, I love that one.
Yep, that's where the real plot actually starts.
That's where things get gay, right?
Yes, that's where things get gay. And
That's
I get
all
to
I-
and
all
I
I
get to
want.
be very, very Joyzy.
Oh, God.
And I get to be Spampton.
Alright.
For just one more kroner.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Love you, Polly.
Love you.
You're rude.